We're here with UW-Oshkosh after they defeated Washington University 64-43 in the third round of the NCAA Division III women's basketball tournament. Coach, just some opening thoughts for you about tonight's game.
Yeah, super proud of our team. I think that was as talented as an offensive team as we've seen, and just multi-dimensional post players, a great point guard, shooting, size. Like that's as diverse of talent as I think we've played maybe all year. Just super proud of our team. I think a month ago, scoring 4 points in the first quarter would have had us a little bit sideways and put some doubt in our minds. And I think we've grown up a lot over the last 4 months, and we just kept playing each possession. And super proud of them. I know that they've usually hit 60 every night. Maybe one time they didn't get there, so it has to keep them in the 40s and get them in our type of game. Just super proud of these guys, and both of these two really stepped up in different ways. And just super excited to be going on to the next round.
Sarah, Coach kind of just talked about it, but you had 2 blocks, 2 steals, 8 rebounds. You were all over the defensive side of the court tonight. What was working for you guys? They were able to hold WashU to 43 tonight.
Yeah, I know it was a battle. I think everybody helped out on the defensive end. They had a great post, so us rotating on the backside and being able to help off our players and give me a little extra support really helped overall.
Kate, you tied your season high of 16 points tonight. After that first quarter, what was clicking on the offensive side for you guys?
I think all pieces, we were moving the ball side to side. Everybody was getting involved, and we knew what was working, so we kept hitting all that stuff, and that got us going.
Jarvis.
So Kate just had off it. Was there something like pregame warm-up wise, or just how was it? Like, I mean, you dropped 16 points, knocked down 2 threes. You were lighted up from the field tonight. How were you feeling wise?
Well, obviously I feel good, but the win is what matters. But I think this week the whole team, prep-wise, was on point, so that's what helped us in these games.
So this is kind of for all you guys. You mentioned that first quarter. I'm just wondering, like, what kind of fire that builds up in you guys, and how did that impact the incredible 60-33 final 3 quarters you guys were able to finish with?
Yeah, kind of like you said, I think it lit a fire in our butts and was like, okay, we're playing a game here for the Sweet 16, so it's go time and we have to go. And I think we responded really great.
Yeah, I thought we got good shots in the first quarter. I mean, we got clean. It was a lot of threes, which is probably too many, but they were clean looks, and we just weren't hitting. And like I said, I think there's been times in this year where we allowed offense not flowing or not scoring points affect the rest of our game or our confidence. And I never saw a change in our look, and that's the part that I'm most proud of. And we're going to need it because Chicago's going to make it really difficult to score tomorrow. So we're going to need to be ready to grit out a 42-40 game if that's what it takes.
Yeah, Coach, with another strong finish, how much of an emphasis has it been on locking down games this postseason? Yeah,
I mean, we haven't lost many this year, but we've played in a couple that we let get away, and it was part of the conversation again of just concentrating on winning possessions. And I think early in the year when things felt like they were flowing, I'm not even sure how great we were playing, but we never let things bother us. And I think we've grown up a lot in understanding how long the game is and how much is available for us to still go get. And I thought we did a great job tonight of it's 6-4, 8-4, 10-4, miss a shot at the end of the quarter and going in with 4 points on the board. I just didn't see any change in these guys, and that's the part that, regardless of when this ends, if we can keep that mentality, we're going to give ourselves a really good chance every night we play.
Justice.
Sarah, 30-plus minutes tonight, and I think every single one of them was hard fought. Can you just speak on defending and fighting in the post the entire game with a player like Lexi Harris that 60% from the field, 18 points per game? I mean, that's a tough battle for you.
Yeah, like you said, it was a battle, and I think we knew coming into it that it was going to be a battle, and I credit a lot to the other 4 people around me giving support on the backside and being there to support when I needed it.
And a question for you, Coach. Holding a team that averages 71 a night to 43, team effort is really impressive. What do you do game plan in practice or before to get ready for this moment in order to do that?
I mean, I think this week we probably tried more things to get ready for tonight than we have all year, and I felt like when we got to film yesterday, practice yesterday as a collective group, like I trust these guys more than I've maybe ever trusted a group. So we took all the options to the table, and I talked about what I kind of liked, and I was going to let them decide what they were most comfortable with. And I felt when we went to practice yesterday, like we were all super confident in the plan. And obviously it doesn't always work out when you spend that time, but I felt like when we showed up today, because of how confident they seemed to be about what we were going to try to do, that we were going to be in really good shape, and for them to carry it out, and Sarah to give up 4 or 5 inches on a first team All-American and just make everything so difficult for her. I'm just super proud of her, and like she said, everyone around, and Avery Poole too. Like Sydney Rogers is ridiculous. I mean, she's a snake on the floor with how she just weaves in between people, and to hold her to 4 for 11 and make it so hard on her, like I could not be prouder of this group. We held Hughes to 1-3, like we kind of took away everyone's number one thing, and that's always our goal. But for them to just carry it out and make it happen, I just couldn't be prouder of them.
Coach, earlier this week we talked about how you want to cut down the nets here for this team, and mainly for them. You still have tomorrow to get done. How do you quickly regroup and shift the focus back on New Chicago?
It's the best part about coaching a bunch of vets, and these guys have played. I mean, these two have the record. No one's played more games in our uniform than these two sitting next to me, and we for 4 straight years we've started almost every year with 3, 4, or 5 tournaments from November and December, in part to make sure we get games in, but also to get us ready for Friday, Saturdays. So these guys have probably done a Friday, Saturday turnaround now 20 times plus in their careers. So they've played the Friday night game, and we actually get to not play again until tomorrow night is actually a big break, because normally we play at 8 and we're showing up at 1 o'clock the next day. So they've been through it before, and Chicago is going to make it really difficult. I mean, they had an incredible win tonight, and you know they've gone through all of the prehab and the rejuvenation and all those things. So they're going to do the same stuff, and we're going to come back hopefully with a good plan tomorrow, and try to be confident when we show up, and we get one more night in Colf, which was the goal all year long. Give ourselves a chance to play here as long as we can, and now we've maxed that out, and we got to take advantage of it.
Kate, Coach talked about earlier this week how it's just playing in front of your own crowd. It's just a different level, right? You said Chicago's going to bring it, but did you feed off that energy tonight, and do you think it's going to help carry you through maybe to the Final Four?
I do think it makes a big difference. I think by the 3rd or 4th quarter, anytime someone scored, you just heard the building erupt. So it made it more fun and kind of gave us a little bit more juice to the team. So it's very fun.
Coach, same thing to you.
Yeah, I mean, you could feel it tonight. This was one of the best crowds we've had in my 14 years here, and not only was there a good amount of people, but they were into the game, and it was that run of 3 straight threes that was as loud as this place had been in 14 years. And I joke sometimes that people take for granted that we're just good now, and they kind of wait till the postseason and the big games to show up, and they showed up tonight. I'm super thankful to our community, to our students, to all the athletes on campus, the coaches. I saw almost every coach here tonight, and I know it's going to snow this weekend, but it's going to start late enough, I think, where we can get one more night here. It's the last chance they get to see this group play in our building, and I hope we can get one more night where we can rally the troops and see if we can do something special.
Thank you, everyone. Congratulations. See you tomorrow.